What to know when expecting. While babies can make a happy marriage even happier, they don't cure unhappy ones. If you're dissatisfied with your relationship, seek help now. Children learn from watching their parents. We would like to remind you that magic words such as hello, please, you're welcome, I'm sorry, and thank you all begin to be learned at home. It's also at home that children learn to be honest, to be on time, diligent, show friends their sympathy, as well as show utmost respect for their elders and all teachers. Home is also where they learn to be clean, not talk with their mouths full, and where to properly dispose of garbage. Home is also where they learn to be organized, to take good care of their belongings, and that it is not okay to touch others. Observational learning. Children learn a great deal from parents simply by watching them. Observational learning can produce counter-imitation, learning what should not be done. For example, if an older brother was being mean to a classmate and the father of the child punishes the brother, his youngest brother may learn to be friendly instead of mean by seeing the consequences his brother had to face. Observational learning continued. Observational learning can produce new behaviors and either increase or decrease the frequency with which a previously learned behavior is demonstrated. This type of learning can also encourage previously forbidden behaviors. Albert Bandura first demonstrated observational learning in his now famous Bobo doll experiment in 1961. After seeing adults hit a doll, children were shown to have learned aggressive behavior. This experiment demonstrated that children can learn merely by observing the behavior of a social model, and that observing reinforcement of the model behavior could affect whether or not a behavior was emulated. Proof children learn from watching others. Bandura did an experiment that studied the responses of nursery school-aged children to the action of adults. The children were presented with a short film in which an adult model directed aggression towards a doll. Results indicated that after viewing the film, when children were left alone in a room with the doll and props used by the adult aggressor, they imitated the actions they had witnessed. This is important when thinking of how parents interact with others and their significant other in front of the child, because they will learn how to interact with others by seeing how you interact. Numerous field studies have demonstrated that children's observation of violence contribute to the development of habitual aggression. This being true when children see violence in their family and environments. A study done on child development was done in 2013 on children living in Israel and Palestine. The study was done to see if children who grew up in an aggressive neighborhood were more likely to grow up with aggression. The result of this study showed that children who observe aggression and violence where they live and grow up increases the chance of the child growing up with aggressive behavior. Why is this important? Study after study shows that children learn from watching others. This being said, parents are the ones around their child the most at a young age, which means they are learning from you, the parents, how to interact with others when they get older. It is important for you as a parent to teach your child how to act properly and show by example the correct ways to interact with others, so that your child sees this. Children are always looking up and watching their parents, even when you don't realize. So always try your hardest to act in a way that you should, and that you would be proud of your child to act. Next, I'm going to show a little video of how children learn from watching. Here are the references I used to complete my project.